It's the guests, I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly, or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just...
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Researching human physiology is so much more interesting than field research.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure ever since he disappeared. No, none of those things mattered.
Wow. Did he ever tell you?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked... come to think of it, time always passed by really...
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of... Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
escape! Torn to oblivion! Light it up! Let the mountain flames burn! Light up the blazing sun! Illusion shattered! You have blood! Drop your weapons! Letting brave names echo! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Let the mountain's veins boil! Hands right! Pyroclastic surge! There is no escape! Incinerate! Don't worry. My musket can still fire in the rain. Some criminals try to use the sound of thunder to conceal gunshots, but that trick doesn't fool my ears. The musket is my favorite weapon. It's both powerful and threatening. Sometimes the latter trait is far more useful.
I'll keep this close.
What a bountiful...
Waves are as calm as always.
What a bountiful haul.
Weapons on this side are quite well maintained.
What a bountiful haul. Ahoy there, me!
The sound of the ocean waves.
Hey!
Sorry, I pushed myself too hard. Time to shine. Hands where I can see 'em. Stop right there. Yeah. Yeah. Let her rip. Get down. there!
The end of our legacy.
Burn it down! You asked for it! Stand!
Leave the fighting to me.
Light it up! Some criminals try to... Final warning! Hands where I can see them!
Terminate! Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Right there! Drop your weapons! Justice will prevail! My turn to take the spotlight! Nice weather. Especially good for keeping an eye on things. Stop right there! Flash! And I willingly yield. Hands where I can see 'em!
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है? हेलो। ठीक है। अरे यार, एक चोरी हो गई इधर पे। कल मैं नहा रहा था मोटर से, गलती से कान में पानी चला गया। अब उस कान में कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, पूरा बंद पड़ा है। मैं बहरा हो गया यार। पता नहीं कब तक ठीक होगा। अब एयरपोर्ट की जगह हेडफोन लगाना पड़ रहा है हमारे, जिनमें के बाद भी टेंशन नहीं आती। एयरपोर्ट में मुझे कान की आवाज देगी।
Waves are as calm as always.
बस देखा है क्या कोई ना कम पाए? पर सिर्फ 20 की बची है। अरे, 32 तो पूरी मुझे दिला दो ना कहीं से। 3200 दिलाओ ना
Waves are as calm as always.
भाई, दिलाओ 3200। मेरे को सिर्फ 20 पिन और करना है, और ट्रैक्टर भाई भी मिल जाएगी मेरे को। ट्रैक्टर मॉल मिल जाएगी भाई, 10 में मिल सकती है, बट मेरे को अपनी किस्मत के ऊपर पूरा भरोसा है कि हम देने वाले जल्दी।
All clear as far as the eye can see.
अभी कल भाई पूरा दिन गाड़ी पे 1600 पिन मुझे हम ग्राइंड किए, सोचा अब तो मिल जाएगी मॉल में। भाई लौड़ा लग गया, नहीं मिली। तो मत की फोर हो गया मेरा। पता है क्या चोरी हो रही है, कौन से शेडर? पता नहीं, नाउ कंपाइलिंग शेडर करके कुछ आ रहा है। इतना स्लो चल रहा है ये। वैसे ही फोर हो गया ब्रो। भाई क्या करूं C4 का? बेच सकता? मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को बेचना है वो। इसको स्लेब बनवा दूंगा। भाई क्या, आप कभी आए ना गाइस दिक्कत है लॉगिन करने से पहले? नाउ कंपाइलिंग शेडर होगी कुछ, बहुत टाइम लगेगा। नाउ कंपाइलिंग शेडर क्या था वो लॉगिन करते वक्त? मतलब जब गेम खोला आपने, ऐसा कुछ आया नाउ कंपाइलिंग शेडर करके? आज पूछ रहा हूँ। अच्छा, पता नहीं क्या छोड़ दी गई। बहुत स्लो चल रहा है। 25% हुआ अभी। हाँ, मेरे को ठीक कर दो। दवाई देना पड़ेगी लगता है उसकी तो। कान कटवाने पड़ेगा। तो भैया छोटी हो गई। पेन भी हो रहा है थोड़ा बहुत। तो मैं घर वालों को बोलूंगा, बोले कौन तो ऐसे हो गया तेरा? जबकि नहाने के बाद हुआ मेरे को ये, पर वो बोलेंगे कि फोन की वजह से हो रहा है, और चला फोन। मेरे को उठा देना किसी के बाद 27% में भाई अभी भी कितना टाइम लगाएगा ये एक्सपर्ट हो जाएगा ये बैकग्राउंड हो गया ऐसा करता है शुक्र अदा जब तक जब तक चोरी हो रही इसलिए फेस सुना के चाहिए क्या बोला 10-15 मिनट कितना हो गया अभी तो मैं 45 पर टिका हूँ वन लेवल अप ब्रो जीन डैमेज नहीं देती इतना वो 2 मिनट लगा देती है उस पे ही उस मॉन्स्टर को मारने में कौन सा
Ad Astra Abyss.
अभी फायदा भी नहीं कुछ करने का फिर मेरे को दिक्कत होगी वरना मतलब हो गया तो एक्सप्लोरेशन में वहां पे गंदे जाके तो मॉन्स्टर मारना पड़ेंगे मैं हूँ noob। क्या अरे राइडिंग के लिए ना एनर्जी चार्ज और वो लेना फिट डैमेज वाला एनर्जी चार्ज और फिट डैमेज बंदे वही यूज करते हैं मेनली देखे बहुत तो एनर्जी चार्ज और फिट डैमेज रखते हैं बस हाँ क्रिट डेड फिट डैमेज एनर्जी चार्ज बस 44 हुआ अभी भी क्या बड़ी तो ठीक है करो ब्रो मतलब 47 पर कम ब्रो कब जैसे होगा
What nice weather. Especially good for keeping an eye on things.
क्या मतलब गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स देखी है? गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स देखी है आपने? अच्छी है वैसे, पता है अगर आप कुछ मतलब पढ़ी हो तो खत्म कर देते हैं आज। क्या क्या करने को? बंदी तो नहीं बन जाती और बंदी बजोगी ना।
Is this the
छोटी
place?
बहन को मेरे को दे दूंगा।
Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much. We used to always sit together. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Really? Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing, no matter what came my way, I knew he was so ever since he disappeared. No, none of those things.
Wow. Did he ever tell you?
Oh, right. I didn't know whether that meant. Look at me. The last time come to think of it, time always passed by really slow.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind? Uh-oh, we've been spotted!
Drop your weapons! Illusion shattered!
Yeah, huh? Huh. Yeah. Oh.
Normal sword damage का. Normal sword damage.
Shine down! Stop right there! You asked for it! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! The thunder. Oh.
How can someone have 14 wins in Ultimate Royale with 0 KD? एक बंदा की बिल्कुल 0 किल थी ना, उसका 14 किल है अल्टीमेट रॉयल में। एक से 14 विन्स है ना 220 मैच में, और उसके 0 किल्स हैं लिटरली। एक बंदा 220 मैचेस है, 14 विन्स है, 14 चिकन निकालने हैं उसने, और फिर से उसके ओवरऑल 0 है। कैसे निकाल रहे हैं ब्रो विन्स? हाँ वो होता है। चल हम भी यही करेंगे, मेरे 0 किल, आप 6 बंदे मारना। मैं Genshin तो खेल रहा है, अभी तक 76% हुई है।
Let's dance.
Drop your weapons.
क्या चल रहा है?
There is no escape.
पर तो कहाँ लग रहा है तो?
Spring forth!
Detached from the world. Hands where I can see them.
Propagate!
Let the show begin.
The thunder. Oh,
This is not the end.
Is that?
I'll protect us.
final warning.
Propagate!
Justice will prevail. Shine down. Drop your weapons. Illusion shattered.
Let's dance.
What is the complete doing?
Shine
down! Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you
कितना
hadn't
टाइम
been
लगेगा?
here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
What the fuck?
Now that I
क्या
think about
करूँ?
it, the hilly trolls around
My
Vilmara
favorite
village
हो
have been a
गया.
lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in
My
sight.
bacteria fighting the one
Chief
maggot
Amadea doesn't
which
allow the children
entered
to play in
my
the area.
hole. ए ध्यान से
Well,
सुनना.
we should head
My
back and check
bacteria
out the
fighting the
situation
one
in the...
maggot which entered my dick hole while I was smashing a dead rotten monkey. Oh sorry.
Wait a second. The person...
Bro, मेरे चीज़ रहती है.
It's Ganslev!
Instagram पे ध्यान दिया होता है.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's...
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple... It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedrfolnir. Gold, Rhine-daughter. The foul, Sertalogi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today. Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe... Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and...
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would see an equal level of caution is in. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Illusion shattered!
Germinate!
Hand rocket seat!
Insolent. Shine down.
Final warning!
Propagate!
There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
Scatter! Propagate!
Stop right! Stand down! Justice will prevail!
Yeah, scatter!
Shine down.
Let the show begin.
Stand down!
Yeah, propagate!
Final warning!
Scatter!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Let's dance.
Stop right there!
Now you shall perish.
Spring forth!
You asked for it! Drop your weapons!
Scatter!
Absurd. Inazuma shines eternal.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. The door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! Let the show begin.
There is no escape! Final warning!
Propagate!
Hand rockets!
Scatter!
Stop right there! Shine down!
Hear the final.
There is no escape!
Oh, protect us.
Drop your weapons!
Scatter!
Illusion shattered! Stop right there! Ha! There is no escape!
Winter is nigh.
Final warning!
Feel no more.
Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha!
Spring forth.
You asked for it!
Scatter.
Stop right there!
Suffering.
Illusion shattered!
Come on! We can do it!
Here.
Ha! Ha! There is no escape!
Scatter.
Drop your weapons!
In the storm. Desolation.
Ha!
Shall succumb.
Final warning!
Is nigh. Pierce the bones. Mortal. Conquers all. Propagate.
Drop your weapons! Justice will prevent... Shine down!
Scatter. Power.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Ha!
Hear the final cry.
Ha!
Run cold. Propagate.
Final warning! There is no escape!
Let's dance!
Conquers all.
You asked for it!
Winter is nigh.
Illusion shattered!
Propagate. Pierce the bones.
Final warning!
Desolation.
shape. Ah! Stop right there!
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and... Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the at last. Such was the...
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening. Looks like the same thing is happening over here.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an end. Release your teeth.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, soft, sleep well. When you awake,
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly... Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our...
मार तो चूत ड्रैगन आ गया कोई तो आर्कम फर्स्ट the night bird falls that curtains call chapter 5 act 2 a decision or so chapter act 4 or chapter act 3 तीन है एक तो अपना चैप्टर एक्ट 3 एक अपना चैप्टर एक्ट 4 एक चैप्टर 5 एक्ट 2 अ डिसीजन बस मैं यहाँ पे क्यों ड्रैगन
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Hmm? Someone's gone missing, you said?
Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from Vamara Village. That's kind of the whole reason.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like... What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone...
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one, he's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him. No, Bahram still remembers him. If we really did travel back to a time before... Time travel is extremely difficult to perform. The current situation probably has something to do with the... If this person only...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. No, that... We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing village. No, that doesn't seem... The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be!
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need.
Another time, huh? Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Dane's brother. No, and that doesn't. Born into. You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, The moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower-level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if... I know what you must be. Why would I do something so... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind... Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
एयरपॉड पे स्विच किया, हेडफोन से अनकंफर्टेबल लग रहे थे। कान क्यों मेरा बंद है?
But there's nothing I can... If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the sudden... I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm... In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, to comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate to implant a specific in that memory.
Let's go.
I can't change the world. All that's left of... But now...
बढ़ गया हमने प्रीमो निकाल दिया
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time, before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilichurl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to... Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari, everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said... Oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane. Let's think for a sec. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What? Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad. It's just that, well, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree out. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. Paimon didn't...
weapons!
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of this. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere. If Kari Bear wants me to forget about the time, I relied on him for a lot. Okay, I was dumb. Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without You don't... It's just like Kari Bear said. And, anyway...
Well, that's... Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
तो कुछ ना कोर्ट मैच में सोने जा रहा
Special Security and Surveillance Patrol isn't involved in regular patrol duties around Fontaine. The people we're after aren't exactly the type who just pop up on the street.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge. Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it.